Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be tying in the fat Albert in pink color. So we're going to start with a size 10 hook. For this I'm going to use Kumho. That's the brand I'm using, and that's what we use for all our flies. So we're going to start with pink thread, and we're going to tie it in on a hook shank and take the thread all the way to the bend of the hook. Take it all the way to the bend of the hook. For our body we're going to be using brown foam and pink foam. I have pre-cut these pieces just to save time. So we're going to cut the foam into triangle shaped tips like that. We start with the brown foam and tie it in all the way to where the thread is. That's at the bend of the hook. We shall then take our pink foam and cut it into the same shape, then tie it in. We shall take the pink foam and lay it over the hook. You need to pinch the foam with the tips of your fingers to form this shape like a curve, and tie that in. We're trying to make 3 segments. Pull the foam, give it a pinch, and tie that in. And the third segment, give it a pinch and tie that in. We then take the brown foam, lay it over the pink foam until where the third segment ends. That's where we're going to tie in our brown foam, like so. Next, we're going to take a strip of a pearl sheet. We're going to tie this in, give it 2 wraps, and cut that out, the rest out. After that, we're going to be using some white poly. I'm going to tie these in. 2 wraps are enough. We're then going to take this piece and lay it over like this. Make sure the thread passes over the poly. Give it this shape to make it lie over nicely. Then we're going to snip the rest off. At this point we're going to put some head cement just to hold all this together. We also have a long strip of pink foam here, and we're going to lay it over like this. Tie that in. Then cut the rest out. For this pattern, we're going to be using tan rubber in tan color. This is how the rubber looks like. So just 2 pieces of rubber tied into a knot. Then separate one of the short sides into 2 pieces. So what we're going to use for our legs, we're going to tie that in. You can adjust that according to your liking. Just make sure it looks like a leg, okay? We're going to take another piece of the same rubber and tie it to the other side. So that's what we have. So we're going to cut off the top part of the rubber so that we can leave the legs hanging, like so. We then take the thread and bring it under the form, not over, under. Tie the thread all the way to the end of the hook. We shall take the first form, which is a pink form, tie that in tightly, and take the brown form, tie it in. Take the pink form also and tie that in, like so. So for the front legs, we're going to have a piece of rubber. I think you can see that that's 2 pieces. And tie that in, tie those in. At this point, you can then separate them by pulling on the tips. Bring each piece to either side. Oops. Yeah, that's all. Shall then make both of the legs equal. They don't need to be so long, but they need to be equal sizes. What I'm doing here is just separating the joint rubbers that I had tied in earlier. We're almost done with this pattern. We're then going to finish up with a few wraps at the eye of the hook. Finish that up with a whip finish. Put off the thread. So what you should have at the end of the tying is these 3 segments. I think you can see the 3 segments and 1 big segment. Yeah. So after this, we need to put some head cement just to make sure everything stays in place. Make sure not to block the eye of the hook. We shall then take a black marker pen, permanent black marker pen, and we shall use this to put bars on the hook, on the rubber legs, sorry. So at the end of it all, I've already done this. This is what your fly should look like. You can see the bars that I've put with my marker pen. Yeah, and there you have it, the fertile batch in pink color. Thank you for watching.